Right everyone, WeaponCollector here. Right, I'm going to do the crossbow tests again. So I'm getting more powerful this time, so it's the 175lb Crossbow versus the bullet and stab proof vest, but with a DIY upgrade panel, to see whether the upgrade panel can stop those broadheads that I've been using. So the actual vest is an NIJ level 2 with a KR2 SP1 protection, which is knife and spike protection. And the actual broadheads will be these single piece broadheads which will go straight through one of those vests without any problem, even with a 150lb draw weight crossbow. But today I'll be using the 175lb crossbow with the broadheads shooting at around 10 metres to see if I can put an upgrade panel in to stop that broadhead going through the panels. So just to do a demo, I'm going to use a field tip for this first test, just to show you how good these vests are, because they will stop a normal crossbow bolt, but they won't stop the ones with those single piece broadheads. So as you can see there, the vest on its own without any upgrade does stop a standard bolt with a standard field tip in. Field tips aren't really made for penetrating these kind of things. So they can be stopped. So the test will be with those broadheads that I showed, not this tip, and I'm going to use various things. So first was 5mm plastic chopping board in the front of the panel, and there's the size and weights of it and the costs. So as I said, this is the chopping board is in front, but I wanted to see whether it would make a difference if it was in the front or the back. And that first test, again at about 10 metres, they're all the same distance, it actually went through, so that wouldn't work. Those chopping boards are only 5mm though. I would really recommend using something like 10mm. So doing the same test but with the chopping board actually behind the vest this time, but most stab protection is at the back, not at the front. So again, let's see how it went. And again, sadly failed again. So 5mm front or back isn't enough, but as I said, I would recommend something thicker anyway, but that was all I had to test. At a later date I'll do more. So now this is a 9mm wooden chopping board behind the panel, and there's the weights and the cost again. They're reasonably cheap. Both of these things have been reasonably cheap so far. Yeah, I'll have to decide whether the test will be better in the front or the back. It's hard to decide, but stab proof materials are normally against the body rather than the front. So again, it failed. The chopping board did not stop it, with the body armour as well. So far nothing stopped it. So now I've made my own DIY panel, made from duct tape and 2p coins. You could use any coins, and quite cheap to make this. So the first shot I did with this, I actually just scraped the coin. I need to do this panel bigger really, but this is all I could do at the moment. And as it scraped the coin, it did actually fail. The bolt did go through. So I'll just show you the coin there, but you can see it only just caught the edge. So whether that head actually hit the centre, it might have actually worked. So I'll redo the test. Again, sadly, I just don't quite get a good enough hit. But this one worked. Did not penetrate. So I think this is a viable option, and I will work on this idea. Definitely do a bigger panel, and you'll see in a second. I was just looking for the coin there because the coin had been pushed through, and then I realised the actual tip of the broadhead had been snapped off. So it did work, and here is the actual coin. The tip still stuck in it. So a little coin panel like that, almost like chainmail, will work. It's just working out how to make it really. I just did duct tape and coins. So I'm definitely going to work on that. So yeah, I think that would work. So here's the conclusion. So the plastic would need to be thicker, but then it would be double the weight and cost more, but it'd still be light and cheap. And I think 10mm would work, and I will test that again later with the thicker plastic. The wood, again, the wood would need to be thicker, and then it would double the weight and cost more, but again, it'd still be cheap and light, I think. I think you'd need about 25mm for the wood to work, and again, I will do that at a later date. And then the coins definitely works. You would need a bigger panel though, so maybe 2 or 3 times bigger. Means it's going to be 2 or 3 times heavier. It's still going to cost you virtually nothing though, and this I will definitely work on making a bigger panel, maybe with 2 layers of coins. This did have 2 layers of coins anyway, but yeah, I'll perfect this to how we would like it. So I would just like to say before you go, would you like to support these videos, because it does cost me money to make these videos. I do like doing them, but I don't get any ad money, so every time stuff breaks I have to buy stuff. So if you ever wanted to support these videos and help make them, there's a Patreon account, but there's also a PayPal donations thing. If you email and ask me, I can give you the details to the PayPal address. Before you leave, if you ever wanted to support this channel, you can now via Patreon or by shopping at Amazon.com and Gearbest. There's more info below if you need that. Remember, if you want to get full notifications for this channel, click the bell, and I'll see you later. Cheers.